And that's up, and it is not showing us.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, everybody. Yes, professionalism at its very best. There we are. I hope that you can hear us. If my executive producer, Rick, would let me know that he can hear us and there's no echo, that would be appreciated. I am Stacy from Masterpiece Jewelers in Daytona Beach, Florida. And I am joined by my sister, an award-winning custom jewelry designer, and my best friend, Tracy.
Hello, how are you all tonight? I'm so glad you're joining us. We're going to have a fun time.
We are so excited about tonight's show. This is going to be just about 1 hour long as Tracy custom designs a piece of jewelry from scratch. And then at the end, if we have time, she will put it out there for us to possibly suggest changes to it, like a different color gold, adding more diamonds, that sort of thing. So to get to the one of the most important parts of the evening, how you can win that diamond neck. Take two. Oh no, this. All right, here we go. That $100 cubic zirconia and sterling silver necklace. Here is how you do it. And I know some of you can definitely recite this without even seeing the graphic that's on the screen right now. So what you're going to do is you're going to share this live event right now to your own Facebook page. Then comment shared in the comments section of this live event right now that will automatically enter you into the drawing with one entry. We will draw the winner before the end of the show this evening. Now, if you would like to increase your odds, you can tag your Facebook friends in the comments section, and you'll get an extra entry for each person you tag, up to 10 entries. So tonight you could get 11 entries toward the sterling silver and cubic zirconium necklace valued at $100. And then I hope you will join us next week when we will have our 1 hour live jewelry sale. That is at 12 noon on Tuesday. Every Tuesday we have it at 12 noon Eastern time. And by 1 o'clock Eastern time, someone will have won this free, a free $500 diamond pendant. We give one away every week. And that starts at 12 noon. You can have lunch with us and enjoy a bite-sized, fast-paced jewelry sale. That all happens Tuesday, January 11th. And then next week on Wednesday, we will again have our weekly live online fine jewelry sale, which is about an hour and a half long. That starts at 7 p.m. Eastern time. And someone will win a $500 piece of diamond and gold jewelry. And so that starts at 7 o'clock next Wednesday, January 12th. All right, let's go back to us, Trey. Ta-da, here we are. And so if you're ready to begin, I am ready to begin also.
Okay, great.
So I'm going to add this to the stream.
Oh boy.
There's going to be craziness, but just share your, there you go.
Okay,
Fantastic.
so this is what my inspiration was for tonight's design along. And I took it for many different reasons. We're seeing a lot of people stacking different bands, and
That's
this
right.
kind of was giving that idea. It also made me think that a person could take an engagement ring that maybe was passed down from their mother, an aunt, a special friend, and set that diamond in between two bands to give it a different look besides an engagement ring. And it doesn't have to be a big stone to actually make a big presence on your hand. And it would look completely different than an engagement ring. So here are some of the designs I came up with. So this was using a 1/2 carat round diamond, which so many people have inherited through the years.
Oh, look at that.
And then a twist on a 3-stone piece. I thought, well, this would be a neat 3-stone ring, which is forever popular. There it is in rose gold, and I love rose gold with the pear shape. There's the marquee, which is coming back with a vengeance.
Oh, yes,
People are
it
loving
is.
that marquee. And then there I got crazy with 3 marquees, and my husband was saying, why are you playing on your computer this morning?
Wasn't that unbelievable? Like, he doesn't know, or he has a lovely husband.
I do. That's what was so surprising.
Weird thing to say, because Tracy is not a computer player honor.
So
He's a worker honor.
So I just swung this together at the end.
Love it.
Because he was taking me to work, so he didn't want me to be late. So, okay, so let's go ahead and start designing. And I love your take on some of these designs to add different little bits and pieces to it to change them a bit from what I've designed tonight. So let's see what we'll start with. I think we will start with, I think we'll go with the band first. So we'll go into counter sketch and we'll go into the freehand. I am going to start with a band. So we'll go into the shanks. And I'm going to grab this plain band here. And we will start with that. This morning, I actually started with the halos first. But I think it might be easier just to start with this. I will take the top of the shank and make it a little bit thinner so that it matches the rest of the ring. I think it's about a 1.7
millimeter.
Or it will disappear entirely.
That's right. Even when you haven't even told it to do anything difficult yet, and it's already acting up. Perfect.
There we
See,
go.
It just took a moment for perfection. I can't even say for perfection.
It's a good thing you're not the one talking today.
That's right.
Okay, and so I'd like the whole ring to be about about a 2 millimeter. So we're taking that to make it a little flatter. And we'll see. I might end up making it a little thicker as we go. There's the width on the bottom. That's a 2. Yeah. There we go. Okay. So we want to have 2 of these. So let's go ahead and put it in this position. And we're going to make a second one. We're duplicating it. Okay. And we're just going to pull those 2 apart. Let's put this behind it and pull this one over. I like using the graph for this since we're going to be moving it around in the back. This way we can kind of get it even Steven. There we go. So where'd we go? Let's go ahead and start right about there. The graph kind of gives us an idea that we're even. Oh my goodness, I keep slipping. Sorry about that. There we go. I'm going to go in a little closer.
There we go.
I'm trying to make that line and that line closer to the rings. There we go. I've got it. Yay.
Woohoo!
We won the lottery.
Yay! Tracy won the ring designing lottery. Yay!
So let's go ahead and put it in this direction. And let's bring in a halo. I was trying to think, how would I get those stones to be on one side of the band at an angle? And I figured it out immediately that it was the halo. Halo is actually what I first started with today. And it was this one right here. I like this halo because we can bend it a little bit. And right now the halo is going in a different direction. This would be a fun ring if we brought it up to the top, but that isn't what our purpose is today. So let's go ahead and grab it. And we're going to turn that 90 degrees. Let's take a little closer look. And we are going to, I might need to give myself a little more room here. Thinking about it, side by side might have been a good choice for those bands. Okay, so we are going to make this halo a little bit bigger so that it can go onto the rings. Let's try and see. Nope, it needs to be bigger still. Maybe. Let's try the other side of the halo. Make it 15 millimeters. That might be right. Let's pull it up next to the ring. Actually, I believe it has like a lip now, and that isn't what we're trying to do. So we still need to expand that and make it a little bit larger. And we're going to do the same to the inside width. And let's make that bigger. I think we can look in this direction and see if it expands. Oh my goodness, that really went big. Let's try 20. Let's try 19. And let's look from the other side. Actually, let's put this guy to sleep for a minute. Can't see anything with him there.
Oh, there you go.
That's much better. Okay, I think 19 is still a little big. Let's go 18. Gosh, we really weren't that far off when it was close to 17. There we go. We're getting there. 15.6. I think that's still not good. Sometimes you just have to do these kind of things. You have to just keep moving it around till it gets to where you want it. Now we're going to do 16.8 on this other side of the halo. And that way we'll make them even and round. That's looking good. Let's
Yes,
make
it
sure there's
is.
no lip. And a good way to do that is let's change one of these to a different color. There we go.
That's
Now,
a great trick.
yeah, it is a good trick, isn't it? Now we
Mhm.
can see. And I think we're going to have to still go back into the halo, believe it or not, and make it a little bit larger. I'm just doing it in small increments. Well, extremely small. Here, let's
This
get
is
it
all
to
in
17.
millimeters. I'm sorry.
Yes,
in tenths of millimeters.
Yes, it is. Let's get it close to 17. There we go. Now we'll just add 2 more points to it. And let's pull it back into the picture here. Let's take the graft off for right now. Is it a graft or a graph?
A graph.
That's what I thought. When I
Yeah.
said that, I said, that doesn't sound right.
You said it right earlier.
Okay. And now we're going to take the halo and we are going to bend it so it is at a little bit more of an angle. Let me grab a picture here so that it's a little more underneath this ring. Okay, so let's see what we can do here. Spacing, tilt. I think that might be what we want, but let's keep going here. Width, thickness, profile height, inside. Okay, so I hope it's going to be this gem tilt. It is, but of course, it went the wrong direction.
Oh, yes, it sure did.
It often does. It often goes different than what I'm wanting. So I'm going to get up close so you can see. We're going to tilt this so it goes inside the ring a little bit. Okay, so that is what I'm trying to do, but we need to do something else here. And believe it or not, I think we need to make maybe the halo smaller. I know, it's just a fine line. Yeah, that's getting there. That's getting there. Wouldn't this be a beautiful bezel around a watch too?
Wouldn't it though, Trey?
Mhm.
Beautiful.
And I'm going to make the other side smaller too and try to get it to so that they're the same. And we're getting close. Not perfect, but getting close. Oh, I almost hit it. Okay, and we're just going to make that a little smaller, that a little bit smaller, and now we're even. Okay. So now when I put the ring together, it's still tilted. I think I have it tilted at the wrong angle. Yes. Okay, so we're going to go back and tilt it actually the opposite direction. Let's try it. Funny how it just isn't doing what I'm wanting it to do. And it's not it, it's me.
Oh.
We're almost there.
And these are the types of things like when you come in to have a custom jewelry design appointment, which is absolutely free with Tracy. You will be sitting here right while the two of you talk about what you would like, and Tracy can tweak the piece of jewelry, of course, create it from scratch, but then also tweak it just like she's doing here, literally tenths of millimeters to get it right.
There we go. Now we're doing what I'm wanting it to do. Okay. And I'm going to make it just a little bigger. I know it's one of those things that, there we go. Now we're actually getting there. You can,
And
by
Tracy,
by the time we're done, I'll finally have the outer part done.
and people will be
Oh
like,
my goodness.
did you watch paint dry tonight? Oh no, no, but close.
Now we're really crazy here. I'll tell you this morning, I guess I need to be half asleep while I'm doing this.
For those of you who join us regularly, you know that Tracy generally custom designs, does a test run of the piece around 5:30 in the morning, right after her cat, the doctor, wakes her up to put more food in his bowl. So,
The doctor.
yes, doctor.
Doctor's been getting up at 4:38 this morning. 4:38.
You know how it is for those of you who are cat owners. These cats like to
There
get
we
us
go.
up. I don't have a cat, but they like to get you all up in the middle of the night.
They do. Okay, and now I'm going to go back to my original, and I'm going to make that band a little bit wider. I'm going to make it about 3 millimeters and see if that gets me to where I want. Yeah, I like that better.
Good.
Okay. Okay, so now we're going to I'm going to go, let's see if I go side to side, what will happen. Why, that's amazing. Nothing.
Ta-da!
Nope, nothing. Okay, ta-da, you're right.
And again, nothing.
And nothing. Okay, so I guess I can't, that is always a luxury to be able to do that, but today we won't be able to, so I will just go ahead and duplicate it. I guess you have to have something in the middle to go side to side.
Oh, that makes sense.
It does.
Actually.
It really does.
And a lot of what, in fact, the vast majority, I think, of custom design that we do in our store is incorporating diamonds that a person has either inherited or wants to change the design that they have. And so when Tracy is doing that with you at the store during your design appointment, that is where she is literally working with exactly what you have there, as opposed to in the case of this, and sometimes the other ones that we do during this design along, she gets to be a little more avant-garde and do what is in her mind for that evening. And that is really fun. The majority of what we do is commissioned by our clients. And we love that because that's always a challenge as well. But it's fun to be able to do your own thing too, isn't it, Trey?
Oh, it is. Yeah, it's fun to do both.
Yes.
So I have duplicated all the parts. This we have to turn 180 degrees. And then we have to pull it back. So now we have two identical sides.
Or a golden hamburger.
Yes, let's put the meat in the middle. Okay, but we still need to bend them or tilt them, really, I guess it is, so that we can put a stone in the middle. So let's go ahead and get them all facing, the wrong way, all facing this direction. And let's go ahead and get a little closer and put the graph behind it. And now we need to bend them or tilt them, I should say. So I'm going to start with the golden ring and tilt it about 5 degrees. And we're going to tilt the other golden ring about 5 degrees. There we go. And then let's tilt the halo about the same. Okay, and we'll tilt the other halo about the same. Whoops, I think it went just one too many. Okay, we're going to go back on that one. There we go. I find if I don't get it to where I need to, I'm better to go back a step. There we go. Okay, and now we're starting to make the opening for the diamond that will be sitting in between. And let's go ahead and get it so we can turn it where we want it. And let's take the graph off again. Get a little closer. And let's bring in another gemstone. We'll start with a round. That's always the easiest to control. And I'm going to go to my favorite design. And we'll pull that in. And I'm going to make it between a quarter and a half, because that's a lot of times what people inherit or have. Maybe their first engagement ring was a half carat, and now they've upgraded to something a little bit larger. So let's pull this up, because I hate to see a beautiful diamond just go to waste instead of being able to use it in something. And this just gives you such a great plan for your extra diamonds that you have.
And Trey, we have a little note from Cindy, and she says, you know how Rick has to find different ways to describe things to me? He described this as a clam with a stone in it.
I agree with him,
I think
Cindy. I do. I almost mentioned that it reminded me of a clam. So that is an excellent way to describe this.
Yes.
And then I'm just going to render it so you all can get a good idea of what this little simple design ends up looking like. There we go.
Far from simple, really. There was a lot of tweaking that needed to be done.
Yes. Getting the diamonds going in the direction I wanted tonight just didn't seem to make sense. This morning it came so easily. I don't know.
Well, you have worked all day.
That is true.
And you were up early. I like this on this background too, by the way.
That is a very unique design. What in the world is going on with the gold?
I know, the gold is like speckled.
Huh.
It's fixing it though, but I agree.
Not
I've never seen
completely.
that before.
Yeah, it's got some kind of design in the gold.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah. It almost looked like tungsten or
like it has
one of those.
laser
Yeah.
finish on it.
This really looks like a clam right at this particular moment. The finish on it and everything.
Yes.
I wonder why. Well, who knows?
Right.
We can go back in here and we can go ahead and make this a little squarer, the design of the shank. We could do that to the other one. That's the neat thing about all the different things we can do that are just simple little touches that make it look completely different.
Yes, I like that too.
Because of this, you can see that now the gold is coming up in my halo, and that is something we would just fix. But because I made the gold thicker in one area, that is what happened. Here's another design to give a little bit of a pattern to it. And that's a pretty look
neat.
too. It's very pretty.
Oh, I like that. So that is a great way to show different designs you can have without too much difficulty.
Absolutely. Now, if you have a quarter carat, which I can't tell you how many quarter carats I've seen lately that people have brought in that have been original engagement rings. I just took that center stone down to a quarter carat size, and it actually looks great too.
Yeah, so you just sized it now while I blinked?
I did.
It looks great.
It does. It really looks like it's the same size, which is interesting. Let's go up. Let's go up to the, maybe I had it at a quarter. No, I didn't. There's the half. Oh, I must have had it at a quarter. No, I had it at a half.
I think you had it at that. It's
Okay.
just that it went inside the band, the
Yeah.
bands, and it looked great also.
Yep, there's your quarter carat.
Yeah.
Let's see what this looks like on a finger, because now since I've reshaped it, I'm not sure. Oh yeah, look at that.
Oh, that's fabulous. Can you come out? Yeah. Oh, I love that tray.
It's a cute little design, isn't it?
It is. It's a sophisticated design.
Well, I like that about it. I really
Yeah.
thought it was a very simple, but had a lot going on design.
And so that's the one with the quarter carat diamond, the one
that is. Yep.
And I want to, Tracy mentioned it in saying that she's seen a lot of quarter carats because they are from people's first wedding sets. And even when folks upgrade to a larger diamond, as ladies know, we are still very sentimental with that original diamond. And so that's why folks want to take it and make it into something else that they can wear and enjoy.
There it is with a 1 carat.
Oh, Cindy says save.
Thank you, Cindy.
I'm glad someone's on top of things. That's our junior executive producer. And she is saving it now, Cindy.
Yep. And now I have replaced the stone with a bigger stone.
Yes, and that is awesome too.
It is, isn't it? And I just want to also say the reason I brought this stone in is to make it into a 3 stone.
Wait, okay, that is so interesting. Okay, hold just a second, Trey. Great minds think alike. So Lorraine says, can we try a color stone on each side of the diamond?
Perfect.
So that is what Tracy's going to do. I think she was going to do it with diamonds, but you can do it with colored stones, right?
Yes. Let's take the hand away because I cannot even see what I'm doing.
Hand, come on now.
Okay. Let's go ahead and get a little closer. Let's move this diamond over and let's make it smaller. So let's make it about 15 points. Yep. And let's tilt it so that it fits in there better and doesn't look like it's sticking out. Bring it down just a touch, move it over. Yeah, that looks good. And now this one, I know we can go side to side. There we go. So that would be an example of a 3 stone in diamonds. Now, let's say we want to put something like maybe a sapphire on each side. Let's go ahead and go down, get a sapphire, apply that. And now you've got a whole different look. We can do everything in all white. See what that looks like. Oh boy.
Oh, wow.
You know, sapphires do show up nicely in white.
They sure do.
And let's go ahead and put a different look on the outside of the bands.
You're the boss.
There we go. Making it a little more rounded.
Yeah, I like that.
And now let's go ahead and render this piece.
And when you say render, Trey, what do you mean?
I mean, we are going to take it and turn it into something shiny and sparkly, and it looks like new.
So it looks more like a real piece of jewelry, when you render
Exactly.
it. Right?
I'm going to just try a different
I
background.
like that idea.
Let's just go with white.
Since it made that pattern.
Yeah, it was doing it again. What is that pattern called?
It's picking up in theory, like it's supposed to be picking up the room around it because it's so high polished. It's picking up the room around it. A lot of times you can see the camera in it, but for whatever reason, yeah, we see it doing it again. we are going to have to notify them.
Yes.
In fact, let me take a picture of it when
Okay.
when it gets built on.
And that has really nothing to do with
your piece or anything.
Right. I'll tell you what, maybe we will turn that metal into, and tell me when you get the photo shot.
Got it.
Okay. I'm going to stop that and I'm going to turn, that is, let's see what color that is. I think that's the white gold.
Pamela says my birthstone for those sapphires.
We'll turn it all into platinum.
Okay, let's see what happens then.
Okay.
I mean, if that's what you want.
Yeah, let's see. I have no idea what that's picking up. Oh, it's doing it again. So it has nothing to do with us. It's just something has happened.
Somebody has changed something. I don't remember it doing all this spattered, like, look on the metal either as it's building.
Well, I'll tell you, I was working with the same shank earlier, and I did not have any of this happening.
Oh, so
I don't know why.
But we'll just send a picture to the company and they will resolve it. Oh, I'm sorry. Of course, Rain has come out with her comment that answers these things. Gremlins.
Yes.
Always.
I mean, what an interesting pattern. If we wanted to order it like that, we couldn't even get it.
That's exactly right.
Okay. So, let's see, what else can we do with this particular piece? I had taken and put, we could do this, which is something I really like to do. I'd like to see a London blue in the center here, because I think that looks really good with sapphires. That's a really pretty color, isn't it?
Yes.
And with that, we can go ahead and we can take and make that maybe a, let's try a pear shape. Okay, and let's, you know me in these V shapes, you knew that was gonna, I'm taking that V shape off. A lot of times it's very useful to have, but not in this particular case. Then we're going to go ahead and shift that until we get that to a spot that we like it. And that gives you a whole different look. Right now, we're seeing a lot of pear-shaped stones being tilted in this direction.
And that is something like I just never would have believed I'd see, like diagonally set pear shape and marquee shape. But I like how it looks.
I do too. Yeah, I really love it. I really love that. And if we took and made some of this pink, we could really have a pretty look. Oh, look at that. It just changes it completely.
Love that. Love it.
And then with that, of course, it would be great to be able to change some of these other stones and maybe put like a rhodolite garnet in here. We're close to the rhodolite. There's the raspberry rhodolite. I think we see that more than anything.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, that's pretty, Trey. Those colors are pretty together.
They are, aren't they?
Can you render that?
Absolutely. I'm so scared to see what that rendering is going to come out like.
We all know now that it's going to be weird there.
There we go. And it seems slower than normal. The rendering.
Oh, that's interesting too, Trey. Oh my gosh, those two. And what's the center? A London blue?
A London blue. Mm-hmm.
That's a gorgeous combination.
Now, I wanted to do something else with this piece also once this rendering has stopped. 1,000 to 1,000. And it does look pretty. I'd like to go ahead and expand it. Let's say we have so many people wanting to do such different things nowadays. let's say we take and put a giant baguette in the center. But instead of having the baguette go in a diagonal, which you could do, let's have it go straight up and down. Oops.
Ooh, ooh. Now it's just dancing.
Da 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 da. There we
Love
go.
it.
And let's make it longer. So let's make that, well, instead of doing that, let's, oh, there you go. Let's
All right.
do this with it.
Magic.
Let's see what we've got. Ooh, now that's an interesting idea.
Wow.
It wasn't what my plan was, but let's go ahead and let's take our band and tilt it a little bit more. If I can only find out where I'm at here. Sometimes getting them in the right direction. So let's pull it out a little bit and let's make more of a tilt because we've got a much bigger stone that we have to add.
Right.
And let's do the same thing on the other side. There we go. As you could see, it didn't want to listen.
That's right. Well, you show it.
I did.
And Teresa says, wow, that's beautiful.
And then let's take these and do the same thing with them. And now we're able to put a much bigger stone in there just by the tilt and everything. And as you can see in the back of this ring, it definitely has a different look. Those are the kinds of things that we would keep working on until we corrected them. Let's pull these out. Push this up a little bit. Do the same over here. And we're getting there. Okay, let's get back into that and pull it out a little bit more. And it would be a nice ring on your finger. It'd be a little bit, take up a little bit more room. There we go. Let's see what that looks like now in the front.
Oh, wow, Trey.
And it's really starting to get together there, which is nice.
Got a little magic happening in the middle.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, is magic good or bad on
I
this
like
one?
I like to call it floating rhodolites.
Oh yeah, the floating rhodolites. You don't think that I should have floating rhodolites?
That's right. We can use like the invisible way that they used to do pearls back in the 90s.
Absolutely.
Let's use some monofilament. Oh, I like what's happening here. Cindy says, everything sounds beautiful. Now the way you're doing it, Trey, I swear you're just challenging Rick to describe it to Cindy. Now what's happening? You wouldn't believe it.
And so let's get a little closer and we can actually stick these to that main stone.
All right.
And I'm serious. We could
solder them
on so they could just be right next to that center stone. It wouldn't normally be the way I do things, but since we're having to put it together like this tonight, no. I probably would have to say they might need to be eliminated.
All right. So you're just going to get rid of them?
I am. I mean, you could easily put them there with some metal parts. Well, let's do that real quick. I know I have a time limit.
You are at 7:42 right now. And the reason we have a time limit, folks, is because we like to post these on Instagram and they require them to be less than an hour.
But I think a little post there.
We'll post action.
And we have to make that longer. There we go. And see, that would be, oh, way down there.
And there it is at the bottom.
Oh, my goodness.
The joy of working in 3D.
Yes, you are so right. There we go. And let's get a little closer so you can see all what I'm doing. I'm just building a little bridge that this gemstone then could be put onto this ring. We can move it over and we can move these over a little bit. And you know, those for some reason have these V
Weird.
ends.
Could not understand why you were allowing
Yes.
those prongs. There we go.
And I love those prongs. Sometimes they're exactly what we need, but sometimes they overtake the stone. And on a piece like this, it would be too much for that smaller stone. Now we're putting this in the center. Let's pull these off to the side. I really actually am having a lot of fun with this particular design.
I'm so glad. It looks like you are. It's fun watching it.
And so that's how we would make it do what we wanted. We would just add little bars there. And from that, you could get really crazy and you could add either a little design or you could add another little gem, which we see people add accent diamonds all the time.
Absolutely.
You could put a little black diamond or blue diamond on there. And let's go ahead and make it smaller. I know you can't see it at the time. Oh, it's popping through from behind. You can see it popping through. And let's put that all the way to the top. And let's move it up. And then we would cover that bar up. What have I grabbed? Oh, I grabbed the right thing. Good. Let's push it down. And let's get it to be about the right size. A little bit smaller.
But that was a darn good guess. I just want to say
Thank you.
Picked there. It looked too large to me, but when you tucked it in there, it was like, ooh, almost perfect. Hold on, Tracy wants to polar array something.
No, that would have been fun too. That is one of my favorite things to do is the polar array.
It is amazing when it happens. Rick says, I told Cindy we should ask for 2 trillionths as fangs on the top and bottom, spaced a little to the side, and then a heart-shaped stone in the middle, and we could have a vampire mouth ring.
Oh my gosh. This is great.
Love it.
So there we go. Kind of a
beautiful.
different design. We filled in any areas that you might have thought looked a little bare. And let's see this on a hand.
Why, let's.
I'm so scared. What's going to be sticking through the hand?
That's right. What stone is going to be in the hand? That is a really neat ring. That is a cool mother's ring.
That it is. It's very different. Oh, you know what? That always makes it look better.
There we go. The handles.
Yeah.
That is lovely, Trey.
You can even turn
I didn't know you could make changes on the hand.
You can, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. And that we could have become marquees also. And that we can turn into,
oh, wow.
like London, we'll say blue topaz. And now you have because we did have some unusual colors there.
Oh, wow. Beautiful.
It's just completely different. What I really wanted to show tonight is you can take things you have, gems and diamonds, and we can just design with them, very simple designs. You wouldn't even, let's say you decided you didn't even want to have diamonds on it, and you just wanted a simple design. We could go ahead and we could take those diamonds right off. And you would have just 2 bands that held those stones right in the center.
It's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you. It's just, it kind of was one that was just out of my imagination today. You know, I started with that one design, but then I kept going in different directions until, well, this is where we're at. Okay, did anyone have any questions?
Let's see. We have maybe a time for a couple changes if folks would like to. We are getting close on time, and Lisa says, so pretty.
Oh, thank you, Lisa.
And I agree. Gail says, stunning design. Pamela, beautiful both ways. Isn't that sweet? Thank you all. Such nice
Absolutely.
words.
Thank you. I was just changing the band a little bit.
Oh, yeah, I like that too. It's an interesting ring. It would be remarkably comfortable to wear.
I think it
too.
would.
Mhm.
You could even, we're in this position. I always like to just keep changing. You can bend this back in on both sides and have the band a little bit underneath your ring instead of on the edges.
Oh. That's nice too. You have really given us an idea tonight of all the different changes and tweaks that can be made.
Thank you. That
And
was
then
my plan.
How little different changes make a piece look.
Yes.
So we do not have any requests on changes. So if you are ready, which you may not be.
I am. I'm ready.
Okay, so we will, while I'm getting the winning ticket out, I want to remind you all once again that we are having our 1 hour live jewelry sale. That is every Tuesday at 12 noon Eastern time. And by 1 p.m. Eastern time, someone will have won a free $500 diamond and gold pendant. And then Wednesday at 7 o'clock, you can join us for our live online fine jewelry sale where someone will win a $500 piece of gold and diamond jewelry. And that starts at 7 o'clock. And then a week from tonight is Tracy's next custom jewelry design along. And that is January 13th at 7 o'clock. And that program will be just about an hour long also. Tracy will give away a $100 sterling and cubic zirconia necklace during that show a week from tonight. And I wanted to mention to you, and I haven't even mentioned it to you, Tracy, today, is that, as you know, this part you do know, Trey.
Good. I'm so glad I know something.
We buy and trade jewelry, and I'm almost sure that everyone has unwanted jewelry that they have not been wearing or have inherited or not their style. And you can sell or trade to us and use that toward your custom design that you would like to do. And the part Tracy doesn't know is I met for lunch with one of my friends today, and she was talking about, Tracy has designed several pieces of, maybe 3 pieces of jewelry for her and her daughter. And she is now looking at getting something made for herself. And one of the things that she inherited was apparently a nice heavyweight gold chain that she is going to trade in toward her custom design. And I thought that was a wonderful use of unwanted jewelry. So if you go to our website, tracyandstacy.com, you can click on the gold buying the gold buying tag, and you will see this list along with testimonials and other information about selling or trading jewelry with us. And all you need to do is call or text us for an appointment so we can set aside time just for you to go through the things that you are interested in selling or trading. Now I'm going to go back to us, Trey. And this poor little guy is
there we go.
there you go. And now we're big us again. This does not sound good. Okay, so we have a winner. And the winner of today's $100 sterling silver and cubic zirconia necklace is Tracy Paxton. Tracy Paxton, woohoo! A round of applause for you. All right, you are new to our Masterpiece Jewelers family, and we're so glad to have you with us. And so, I know you live outside of our area. I'm right about that, right?
Texas, I think.
Texas,
Well, I
that's
think
right.
it's Texas.
And so we will mail your prize to you. Just as
Tracy, you cannot see it because I did not bring it home and I didn't take a picture, which I usually do, but we were so busy at the store, I could not get that together today.
Tracy, my Tracy, usually does take a picture of whatever piece because she selects them just for this. And so it will then be a surprise for you
Yes.
when you receive it at your home in Texas. So we want to say thank you so much to you all for joining us today. We really enjoy doing the custom jewelry design along.
Yes, we do.
So much. And it's fun that you all join us and have interaction with us. The camaraderie that has been created with our Facebook live events, it is so precious to Tracy and I. We just love hanging out with you all here on Facebook and over on YouTube. And we appreciate you supporting all small businesses, including our small business. We appreciate you and we do not take you for granted. So, excuse me, until we see you either at the store, and we are open Saturday 10 to 4 o'clock, or online next week for our Tuesday 12 noon 1 hour live jewelry sale, I'd like to remind you to stay sparkly. Good night, everybody.